Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wrath, and this is Hellion 2.6, 0.2.6. So, I went ahead and I jumped back into this game after a long while off, just giving them time to really do updates and changes and stuff. I do participate in the test team for this, so I want to get that out right away. They have a group of volunteers from the community who help test new features and stuff. But I'm not allowed to show any of that because it is under NDA. So instead I'm going through and I'm just playing on the normal. I just jumped out of the experimental build into the public build. And right now I'm on my little base here. So when I first set up, I went ahead and you start off with a 3-module sort of setup. You have a crew quarters module over there, this module here, which is your primary outpost module, and then you have an airlock module, which starts off not being attached to your system. And I've gone ahead and actually attached to this one, but one of the new things with 2.6 is that you actually have a debris field. What I did is when I went offline last night, after getting this all set up, I shut everything down. So let's go ahead and fire up the modules here. Okay, and power that back up. Okay, so we have the filters online, but not the oxygen generators, because we don't really need any additional oxygen. Let's go ahead and check our life support here. Alright, so yeah, generators are offline, but filters are active. Alright, so that helps me out quite a bit. I do have a number of parts that will help me get through all of this, but for the most part, we've got ourselves a ship. But one of the things that they start you with that is important to note, and I need to turn that off, is that they start you now in what is called a debris cloud. Where is my ship? Oh, it is there. Okay. Open the door. Yes, confirm opening the outer door. Equalize the pressure and open this door. Alright, so we've equalized pressure on the ships. We're going to go ahead and yep, everything is good here. So this is my ship, and it's the ship that you get, and I've done a little bit of rating, so I've got a little bit of ammunition and a little bit of equipment, but the warp mechanics are a little bit weird now all of a sudden. Like I've got these are dead warp cells right here. I'm going to put these away here, mostly because I'm not sure if I can recharge these later or not. So we're gonna hang on to a couple of these empty ones and hope that we can recharge them. This one has got just barely anything left in it. And they've actually made a lot of changes. Like now the major hindrances that you run into are the fact that if you have if all your parts break, instead of everything shutting down, they become really inefficient. And like your warp drive actually requires a whole bunch of technologies to be effective. So let's go ahead and take a look at the nav map here. And so we're in a high orbit around Bether, but you see this cloud here, and these clouds around each of the planets. These are the debris fields. So when you're in there, you have a potential chance of passing through what they call a debris storm, which is basically just objects traveling at high speed and hitting, colliding with anything else that's there. So your ship can take damage, and you'll have to repair it. Now these two here, these refineries, are really what has got my attention because, again, my fuel situation is dangerous right now. I'm going to run a scan real quick. And that basically only gets me the moons here. I'm kind of annoyed by that. And let's go ahead and select this one, refinery 1. See, and that fuel cell is burned out as well. And we're docked to too many modules, so we need to cut ourselves free first. So we need to go ahead and start going through the systems. Oh shoot, our reactor needs some repairs. Okay. See, this is your ship gets wear and tear over time, but so do the systems. So you can have like the external hull, like right now on my ship, the external hull is in good working order, because you can see that through the displays here. It's at 98%. It's fairly good. However, my warp engine, my reactor here, is not. It's starting to wear down, as seen by this hole in it right now. Because I left. Well, actually, I had that shut down, so I'm not sure why it's giving me such problems here. So we're gonna repair this real quick. It seems to be fairly minor damage. Let's go ahead and take a look around the ship for any other signs of wear and tear or damage to any major components. Alright, doesn't look like we've got any need for repair there. And tab will jump you back off of those ladders, by the way, so when you're going up and down. Alright, we'll go ahead and put this into our inventory. We need to go ahead and seal everything up here. So I'm going to lock down the doors here. And now I can't engage the lock here yet because I don't have requisite ownership of my station. And that may sound like a weird, dumb thing, but basically what it is that oh, did that just eject us? Yes, it did. I just vented my whole my whole ship. Shoot. Okay, so close that. That is a new change. So let's get back into the ship. It used to be that you had to access both the internal lever and the external lever. So I have accidentally vented my ship. So we're going to close the outer door, and we have nothing to pressurize with, so we need to go and activate. We'll leave this door open for now. We need to get into the life support here and activate the air generator. So, because can't filter the air that doesn't exist. So we'll turn off the filter because there is no air, period. I have a feeling that I have been raided. Okay, so now that we've got that on, you'll see the pressure's starting to come back up as the oxygen generator is running through our oxygen and nitrogen to put together a breathable atmosphere. That was definitely mistakes were made. There's really no two ways about it. Okay, so the air quality is breathable to a minor extent. I should go to yellow here shortly. Yep, there we go. So now we're on to yellow alert for environment. I have to be mindful that I don't stay. See, you need one of these panels to take ownership of your ship. And you don't get one of those for a station until you get a command module. And I can't go hunting for a command module until, oh, now we're into a breathable atmosphere. So we'll take our helmet off. you can't go really hunting for a command module unless you have spare warp juice. So I'm going to have to sit down. Wait a minute, did I turn the reactor on? I don't think I did. Okay. Let's make sure our reactor is on. Yeah, we need to power the reactor up. Okay, reactor is online. And as you can see, these solar panels don't do nearly enough. We need a much higher quality system here to be able to, to get everything going. And that's the nice thing, is that basically, like, your ship is run down right now, but it's still functional. And as you start acquiring more parts and better quality parts, you will start to be able to do more. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, once the controls lock up here, alright, we're going to activate our FTL drive, and now navigation. So let's cancel that. Let's rescan. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and activate this warp cell and this one. Alright, so we're going to reduce our time, but I need to too slow. Okay, so alright, so we're going to try and make this the shortest jump possible. Go ahead and initialize. And we're going to go ahead and angle down. And then once our jump meter gets to 5 seconds, we will be able to initiate our jump. Now, somebody told me that it's based on how much time you leave on the clock when you initiate your jump. I don't think that's accurate. I actually think it has to do with where you position that that timer, the destination time frame. Somebody's getting declined. Oh shoot! I just got. Dang it. Okay. Navigation. B2. Warp 2. Alright, we're going to use the last of that fuel cell. I think the closer you get this to being not low, the closer you get it to being okay, 25. Initialize. Alright, sorry, the phone call distracted me there. So we are ready to jump, and let's go ahead and just in case, we'll say for 1 second. Okay. So that gives us about a 2-minute time frame. Now, I wish that they would change the way that those navigation mechanics work, because the bottom time includes the time frame on top. So your departure time, which is that top number, it's how soon you have to do the jump. And the bottom one is when you arrive, but the bottom one also has to include the amount of time for the top one. So like you can't arrive before you left. So like you can't have like, okay, I'm gonna do a jump in 1 hour that lasts that's for 30 seconds from now, because that would effectively have you go back in time, which is impossible. So I'm not sure exactly how those work. I did test it. Oh, Jesus. I am shutting this. Silence this crap here. So I did have to take the bloom off, because bloom in this game is still horrendous when it comes to making this warp, because all that white spots in this are like brilliantly white if you turn the bloom on. So that and motion blur, I strongly recommend just about everybody shut off, because they're too painful to look at, in all honesty. Like the motion blur really is over the top, I would say. Too much blur effect rather than just the right amount. But it's an artistic thing. Anyway, so what we're doing right now is we're just gonna go and raid this fueling station, and the primary need there is that we need to either refuel or get new fuel cells for our warp. We are dead in the water without them. And now I hope when the crafting comes out, they'll actually have an ability somehow to either refill or build, like scrap and rebuild, these warp cells, so that you can actually be able to secure a supply of fuel. Alright, so let's see how... okay, ooh. We came out of warp in proximity to somebody's ship. Shall we raid? I think we shall. Alright, now I pride myself on being a fairly good pilot in this. I'm wondering if this person is alive or not. Let's kick on some lights here. Shut this back down. Oh, that's blindingly toxic. Alright, so right now all I'm doing is I'm nulling out my transitional speed. Let's slow it down. Alright, let's turn ourselves here. Alright, and match with target. Now, I think that this person may have logged off, which may work for us. Unfortunately, we can't rate it for supplies for the most part. Let's see here. Okay, let's arm up. Take an extra magazine here. Alright, now, can I fit this on one of these? No, I can't. Alright, we're going to have to leave the pistol behind. Okay, and ammo. Alright, so sail the bridge. Seal the outer door. So let's leave two of these behind. Take one of these guys. Alright, so, and I don't think I need my welder, so let's leave the welder behind, because there's plenty of stuff that we may need to be able to take from that ship. Okay. And before we head out, let's take another look at this ship. Okay, front door is closed. Doesn't look like anybody's moving around. And it looks like the pilot is just sitting there. So likely this is somebody who went offline. So let's see if we can get in there. Crack this open. Okay. Close the door. Pressurize. Okay. Jetpack on. So now if this guy has not been smart enough to lock his doors while he goes to sleep here, that is not our fault. Okay, first order of business is his parts. Like this. I'm going to go ahead and yank that. Okay. Okay. Oops. All right. So, plasma accelerator, energy laser, and resource injector. Now guys, we're going to take his RCS injector. Does he have another catalyst on this? He does. Okay, so we're going to take this catalyst as well. Alright. So even if we can't get in, this has been a profitable little raid. Okay. Put the gun up. Okay. Close the inner door, depressurize. he have a lock on it? No, he does not. Okay. So, he foolishly did not lock his doors. So I think we're going to have a run at this ship. Okay. Alright, close the door, repressurize, number one gun out. Alright. Feel like a bit of a scumbag, but you snooze, you lose. And at this point, I need his fuel cells just to be operational. I think that might be why he's here, is that he's out of fuel cells. And drop in. Okay, so and now he's dead. 3 rounds to the back of the head. And he's just got a helmet and a jetpack, so not interested in looting him. Alright, but I am interested in looting here. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, he's got 2 fuel cells of relatively high quality, 100% and 84%. Nothing in those. Okay, he's got some rifles, but we don't really need too many rifles. We'll take his ammo, though. Any grenades? Nope. Okay. Nope. No pistol ammunition. Well, we may come back for some of those. Ah! I will take that, though. Alright, let's go ahead and... Okay, so let's see what he's got here. I need this. Maybe we'll come back for the batteries. Those are empty. I will take that. Let's see, what's the... Okay, you're worthless. What about you? Also worthless. Okay, any parts? Oh, a second one of those? Yeah, I will take that. No other major parts. What are you? Plasma accelerator, okay. Alright, I might have room for 1 battery unless these are treated as ammo. Okay, yeah. So... increases maximum thrust by 50%. Okay. So... didn't have any... can't put that there. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to drop this. The batteries are not as critical an item as of yet. So with that, we have, you know what, I'm going to take it because I can. And let's see here. You've got some juice in you, and you've got some juice. Okay. So that poor guy just got royally screwed. But primarily, the big find here is the drill. Okay. Those catalysts and these parts here. Alright, I don't need a plasma injector because I think I've got, yeah, I've already got one. Okay. But I do need that. What else do I not need? Catalyst. Okay. High energy laser, I don't think I need that as well. So we're going to use this. Oh shit. Take that. We'll come back for those. Okay. So let's go ahead and get out of here and dump this stuff back in our ship. Close the door. Depressurize. Helmet on. Gun in hand. Now, I reasonably could take this ship for my own, but I don't think that it will help me. But we're going to go ahead and cut this recording off here. As soon as I get back over to my ship, I'm going to pull away from this one and start moving towards the station. And we're going to wrap up this recording there. Oops. Alright, so we are out. Guns out. Alright, there's only the two ships, mine and his. Jetpack. Let's get back to our ship. Put our gun away. I suck at RCS. Like, I'm great with the ship. Close the outer door, repressurize. So, rule number one to anybody who's just going around in this game: lock your stinking doors. Because that lock, the only way past those locks is by using a hacking tool, which there are not that many of. So, lock your doors. More specifically, lock and close your doors. Ooh, almost fell through the floor there. Okay, so got my door locked and I've got it closed now. So the only way anybody can get in is through that door unless I open up the system for them to get in. So first order of business, let's start by putting some of these parts to use. Okay, throw that in there. And where was that? Yep, there it is. Throw that in there. Okay, don't have any of those. Alright, we've got catalysts. And as you've already seen, the ones on the outside are not that safe. So putting them on the inside here is a much better idea. That means that this is outputting 1.5K, so a ton of power. which is good. So let's go ahead and go downstairs and unload the rest of this junk. Oh, looks like I need some repairs in here. Okay, so drill first. I'll go ahead and add that there. Okay, so the raw container is the one that we want. And as you can see, I'm developing a collection here. Most of these are empty, but that's so that I can do mining later on with them. Where did I put the full ones? Oh yeah, I put them there. So these are the raw resource ones. Basically, they're like they're going to be emergency fuel tanks for the ship. Alright, so I don't think I have a place for these yet. So let's see if we can put them on any of these shelves here. No. Okay. Don't fit in any of these spots here. So okay, place those two in there. Shut that. Yeah, okay, so these go in here. I'll place two of them. And then the battery. Now, unfortunately, that leaves me pretty well nothing to do with this one. You know what? Let's toss it in here, just in case we need it later. Okay, and close that up. And now we've got the two fuel cells, which are... Oh wait, we forgot to dump those. Okay, hold on. Go back downstairs. Okay, so we're gonna dump a bunch of these. Don't like those ones. They have the nitro all messed up with those. So these are the ones I fill. You only need 0.5 nitro. You don't need 1.5. You need the oxygen way more. Okay, we're good to go. Ready to move on up. Real quick, we've yep. Okay, that system needs to be repaired. I tend to be very, very liberal in defending my my ship's systems. So let's grab our torch. Is this the weaker of the two? Yeah, okay. The other one's like fully charged, and I want to keep it that way for as long as possible. Alright, so we've been at this for about 40 minutes. So, oops. So I'm going to cut this off here, and we're going to return with our approach on the fueling station, because while these two cells are good, we need more. And that will be that. So until next time, I'm Wrath. I hope you are enjoying this returning look at Hellion and how it's developing, and I will catch you on the flip side.